Today I have Nicole Coughlin, and she is a winner. So she won the room to BURSTcon. You haven't been to BURSTcon.
I have not. I just joined in December.
Okay, so I don't have to apologize for like not knowing you.
Yes.
Welcome to the family then. You are brand new. You're like,
I know.
This is fun. What do you think so far of like just this whole burst thing?
I love it. I personally was a manual toothbrush girl, and I've been a dental assistant for 17 years. And so I've tried things, I've heard of things, I know a couple brands. And actually I worked with Shelly Kaiser.
Oh, cool.
And so I was friends with her on Facebook, and I would watch her do her little videos, and I was always intrigued more so than any other electric toothbrush. And finally I went up to, it was either her or I also work with Gina Christensen. And
Hi,
I
Gina.
said, hey,
hi, Shelly.
Hi. I said to the girl, I think it was Gina, and I said, hey, let me get your code so I can buy a toothbrush. And she said, you don't need a code. You are a dental assistant. You can do this. They're allowing assistants to do it now.
Yeah.
So it really just kind of snowballed from there. I also know Melissa. Our daughters go to school together, but we all work in the same building, just different departments. So yeah, small world, small burst world, I guess.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Very
so
cool.
I'm loving it. My kids love it. It's been a nice breath of fresh air during this quarantine when I've been home and kind of sitting on my phone anyway, probably more than I should. So it's been a great opportunity to kind of take the boot camp and kind of read more about the company. So it's been exciting. I like it.
Yeah, that has been a blessing in disguise for a lot of our new ambassadors that are coming on, because you've had some dedicated time to like focus in on something, learn a little bit. I mean, for a lot of people too, develop some new skill sets, because like I've known a lot of people that have never done a video,
Sure.
Never done a live video for Facebook, or weren't really sure like, well, how do you kind of have your own business or as an affiliate or as a brand ambassador, like how does that even work? So it's we're just happy to in light of all this turmoil and all this craziness that's going on, the employees, especially, and the seniors, are so happy to be able to just share our love of, obviously, the products. We want to have healthy, happy smiles, but to be able to help you guys a little bit too, make a little extra cash, which is cool.
Yeah, that's been helpful during this time also.
Yeah, exactly. And so you said you have 3 daughters. What are their ages?
9, 7, and 5, and they all have Burst toothbrushes and love them. I actually got my middle daughter one for Christmas because I wouldn't say she hates to brush, but she doesn't really like to brush.
I get it. Yeah, they're just kind of like, I have to do this.
Yeah, sensitive, and everything bothers her, and she doesn't want me to help her. And I work in a pediatric department. So I'm like, you have got to have perfect. You have no idea the pressure I'm under.
That's like whenever anybody in the dental profession, when their kids get a cavity, you just feel like, I'm a failure. I have failed my children. But you know what? We're all human beings, and I don't care what profession you're in. It's universally a challenge to get your kids to first have value in brushing their teeth, and then the next step of actually remembering to do it or do it well. So I
talked up the sensitive setting with her, and I said, I got the perfect toothbrush for you. You're going to love it because I know it's hard for you to brush your teeth. And I'll find her in there doing it herself some nights, and she's only 7. So it's not like it's a natural habit, or it's a habit for her yet. I still have to remind her. And so then my other 2 were kind of like, as quarantine went on, I was doing more and talking about it, and I got myself another one. I actually had one. They're like, well, Mom, why can't we have one? And I thought, well, I better practice what I preach. So now we all have one. So some of my videos, I incorporate the girls.
Oh, that's perfect.
Because they like it, and I think it adds just a little extra element of entertainment.
Look, I just flipped the switch. I don't know nobody else.
Yeah, well, and I feel like that too. I've been trying really hard to get my kids to do some content with me, and I did get my older daughter I had to bribe her. She wanted the white strips. And I said, I'll get you the white strips, but you have to do a demo with me. So you could, even the look on her face was like, okay, I'm just doing this because I want the white strips.
Right.
But people can see, this is not just for adults.
Sure.
Very important.
How old are your girls?
So I've got a almost 13-year-old and a 16-year-old. 16? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you look so young.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, not really.
I hope I can say that when I have a 16-year-old. Yeah, I had her young, but I didn't.
Are you done? Are you done having kids, or you want more?
I'm done having kids. I always tell people, but I haven't done anything permanently. And so I feel like you can't really say that until you've taken extreme measures.
Right. Yeah. I know my shop is closed.
I do not want to. No, we're good.
We're good. You won't purposely be trying to bring any other.
Correct.
You're not going for the boy, is I guess that question. I'm sure people ask you that all the time.
Yeah. Well, and I'm divorced now, so I'm good.
Yeah. So then if you're up there near Shelley, then you're in Racine?
Yep, Racine. Yep. Shelley lives probably like 5 minutes from me.
Oh,
I know, it's such a small world. And I was like, I feel so special that I like know Shelley so well. And she's like, Midwest manager, regional coordinator, whatever.
Famous.
Yes. And I'm like, I know her. I work with her. So yeah, that was cool. And like when she ended up going with Burst full time, that was like a huge statement. I'm like, I was even more interested in the company because I've been doing this for 17 years and I have a lot of years to work yet. And I thought, I love dental care. I love children. I love people. I don't necessarily want to not work in the dental office, but maybe there's other avenues out there. And so just kind of pursuing this has been fun and a breath of fresh air during this such uncertain time,
Some people have said that to me too, is that, you can do more than just the clinical thing that you're trained to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, if in any industry, this is just universal. If you do something long enough to where you're an industry expert, you can take that knowledge and then turn it into whatever you want, whether it's teaching other people or, like I never thought I'd be running a TikTok and a YouTube channel, but here we are.
There was a little time in there where I moved away and went back to some college, but ultimately I've been with the company, the office I'm with for 17 years.
Wow.
So I started when I was like 19.
That's amazing. It feels like a second family.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
The good and bad of it. I mean, just like a family.
For sure. Good and bad. Absolutely.
I don't even have to explain myself. It's like having siblings sometimes. You got you got your mom and your dad. You have your little sibling rivalries and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's like a family. You got to work together to.
Well, it's funny because two of the pedodontists, one's a male, one's a female. So it is like mom and dad.
Well, we are so excited to meet you at BURSTcon. It was sad that it got delayed, but for a lot of people's benefit, especially the new ambassadors that have come on, we have a whole year basically to prepare for this, and I'm excited. It's just a crazy celebration. Just you're gonna leave so happy and like a bunch of new friends for sure. All right, I have one more question for you. I'm gonna start doing these just to be silly. All right, today, if you were to write yourself a letter that you couldn't read until 10 years from now, what would you write to yourself?
What would I write to myself? That's a hard one. I mean,
what isn't it?
Thinking career-wise, I would hope and like to be writing something about the fact that I took this opportunity to join Burst, and I'd hope that in 10 years I'm still with Burst, and seeing what other opportunities are out there. So looking back, just taking that step and continue to encourage myself to kind of step out. We get comfortable in our everyday lives and our jobs and everything. Gosh, that's a tough one. You should have pre-told me that.
No, I don't let people prep.
For
I want to
real.
see what your reactions are.
If I wrote a letter, I would say, Dear Nicole, so proud of all the changes you've made over the last 10 years. Look at you now.
I love it.
So that would be my motivation to kind of continue to pursue Burst and any opportunities, you know, and as a mom, of course, I have mom goals, you know, and stuff like that. So I want to pay my car off early, like goals like that. Good job. You paid your car off, like you said. No, accountability, right?
Well,
So,
and you know what? And if I were to write a letter to myself, because I've done this before, I think it's a really good practice. And I would encourage anybody watching to do this. When I first signed up with Burst, I was the skeptical hygienist that's like, whatever, I'll be the judge of that, whether this thing works or not. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But when I decided that I liked it and it's something that I wanted to pursue, just because for my love of dental products and like educating other people and the opportunity of like a little residual something, I wrote down on an index card, new car and $500 a week. And I told myself that I was going to, and I'm very transparent about this, but I told myself I was going to just hustle in every avenue that I could, including with Burst, until I could rip that note card off. Because I have index cards all over the place, and I like to rip them up and I'm done. Like I did that thing, you know? And it took me a couple years, but I was able to do that.
Okay, I like that. I like the new car. I'm definitely gonna have a new car in 10 years for sure. I'm gonna get rid of the mom van.
So
I went from a really nice Jeep Commander to a mom van.
Well,
so
I mean, look, it looks like homeless people live in the back of my SUV. So my new car it still smells kind of new, but if don't go in the back seat. The front is great. Yeah, there's like probably raisins and a blanket and some sunscreen and there's
you never know when you need that stuff, you know.
We're ready for a snack and sun protection. So it's okay to have the mom car. And then on this letter to myself, I'll probably say, get a new car. So then in 10 years, I'll have like my car, you know.
Yes. I already have my car in mind. It's not the best for a young family. So.
Oh my gosh, Nicole, it was so good talking to you.
Okay.
I just want to say from all of us, congratulations again. And
thank you. I am so excited.
Can't wait to see you in BURSTcon.
I was already like planning, like I'm a planner. So I was already thinking like, ooh, depending on this whole pandemic, that's on my, list of more current goals. I'm like, I want to go to BURSTcon next year. So when my name got picked, I was like, oh my gosh, it's a sign. I'm going for sure. No question.
So cool.
So I plan to be there.
All right. I love it, girl. Well, listen, we'll see you online and we'll see you in Scottsdale.
Well, thank you.
Thank
you so much.
This is Michelle Coughlin. So
Nicole.
Michelle, Nicole, did I say, I wrote down Nicole. You know why? I know Michelle Coughlin.
Oh.
Hi, Michelle, in case you're watching this.
Hi, Michelle. Are we related? Just kidding.